I'm meteorologist Carl Bonack. Welcome to Upper Michigan Source Weather on Demand for Monday, March the 9th. And as expected, the much advertised warm spell has begun. And this warm spell, the way it looks now, should last about a week before we transition back into a pattern similar to what we had much of the winter. There will be a few road bumps, or if you will, speed bumps in terms of cold fronts that will come to mute the warm up over this next week. And the warmest days appear to be tomorrow, Tuesday, and then about next Monday before a strong cold front comes through. Officially, the high made it all the way up to 47 on Monday with a low of 13. We put it all together, and that means 8 to 9 degrees above the long-term average. And that was the first above average day since way back on February the 10th, of length of 26 days. And it was the warmest day since back on November the 3rd when it reached 50 degrees. According to my calculations, that's 117 days ago. And the reason, well, we've got a westerly flow aloft. There's still a flat upper level ridge along the west coast. Much of the winter, that ridge has been highly amplified all the way up to Alaska, even north of Alaska, and that's driven down the cold air. But in this case, no cold air. The cold air is retreated into northeastern Canada and the far northern portion of New England. Watch what happens as we go to Thursday. That ridge flattens even more. That means we'll have a continued westerly flow aloft, and dry, warm air will be blowing in our direction. Tonight's lows will likely stay around freezing, even above in some sections along the Lake Superior shoreline, also in places like Ironwood, which really is favored for warmth with a south to southwest wind at night. The coldest readings in the interior, some of the coldest sheltered spots from any wind, may make it down only to the mid to upper 20s. Then for tomorrow, with southwest winds becoming westerly, temperatures will be mild, but not as warm as down to the south in places like Houghton, Hancock, with that westerly wind off of chilly, icy Lake Superior, and also at Manistee with that wind coming off of icy Lake Michigan. Readings probably won't even make the 40-degree mark, but otherwise 40s to near 50 common over the eastern UP, and over the western half in the interior, even along places along the Lake Superior shoreline. Even L'Anse will likely get up into the 50s. That's because we'll have that west to southwest wind with low pressure heading up through northern Ontario. This frontal boundary will drop to the south. It should come through dry, and then high pressure of Pacific origin builds in on Wednesday. But we'll have a north component to the wind, and even though we'll have sunny skies, it will be quite a bit cooler, especially in the northern UP, where highs will likely stay in the 30s. In the south, readings will still be around 40 into the 40s. Your TV 6-day forecast. Then on Thursday, look for highs starting to recover. Friday too. On Saturday, maybe even stronger cold front will come through. In fact, there could even be some flurries in the north. Temperatures may reach their high tide at midnight and actually fall a bit during the day. But then on Sunday, we may start to warm up again.